Hey, YouTube family. How you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. I've got my hot tea. I am ready to roll. I am so glad that you guys are joining us tonight. I've got my lemon loaf. I switch lemon loaf tea. I switch up between the ginger and the lemon loaf. A slice of heaven, guys. A slice of heaven. Let me tell you. Okay. All right, I know it was short notice before I put in a post, to alert you guys that I was coming on. I gave you like 15 minutes, but as you know, I've been working. I got I got to work a lot of hours to pay these bills, so it is what it is. But let's get into it tonight, guys. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot. And it's been this Puff Daddy thing with Kim Porter. Did you guys know that Amazon pulled Kim Porter's book, alleged book? Of course, her kids, I guess they complained so much and the lawyers got involved because we don't know if that was really Kim Porter, if those were Kim Porter's words or not. We don't know. So that makes sense to me. Oh, guys, I changed locations in the house, in my place. So you're going to see different parts of the house until I can figure out which one looks best. I do like the living room with the stairs, but it's just so dark. So I need more light. And then, I'll just keep changing scenery. However, I want to talk about something tonight, and I think it's important. There are three women that were connected to powerful men in the industry. These three women all passed away. Kim Porter, she died November 15, 2018. Josie Harris, she died March 9, 2020. And then Cathy White died September 1, 2011. What do all these three women have in common? You know what they have in common? They were all allegedly writing a tell-all book. Kim Porter, as you know, is connected to JayZ. I'm not JayZ, I'm sorry, Puff Daddy, right? She was going to do a tell-all allegedly, and supposedly this writer posted some of her, the excerpts from her diary and all that. Josie Harris, she died on March 9, 2020 at the age of 40. She was Floyd Mayweather's ex-girlfriend and baby mother. I think she had 3 of his kids. They're adults now. She was found deceased at the front wheel, on the wheel of her car in the driveway of her home from an alleged, they say it was an overdose of fentanyl or something. Let's double back to Kim Porter. Kim Porter died at 47 on November 15, 2018, and they said it was pneumonia. Okay, she was 47. Cathy White, she passed away on September 1, 2011, and she was 29 years old. She was found just dead, and they said it was an aneurysm. She was allegedly JayZ's mistress. And there are images with JayZ, her, and Puff Daddy partying together in the same room. So I have that. So I want to get into that this time. Is it a coincidence that these females, beautiful ladies, passed away mysteriously? They were all rumored to be writing tell-all books. We got to get into it, okay? This is hot, just like this hot tea. All right, Rinsky. Hey, Rinsky, how you doing? Listen to you are working. Hope you're well. Looks like Hollyweird is crumbling. Yes, Rinsky, I think it is. I think you're right. These celebrities are scared as hell. And you know everybody's mute. Nobody's talking. Nobody's got anything to say. No one, not even Big O. I remember Big O, she's the champion of healthy living and mindfulness, and she's got nothing to say. Mimi X, hey Ron, it's 3:47 a.m. I'm here for this. You had me giggling last live talk Oh, hey, Mimi. Great, X2. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sorry for the short notice, but I had to get on. I was working late. I have to work. I'm self-employed, so I got to pay the bills. But, oh, Dallas, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Rinsky, can you believe Harry and Meghan left the Pinnacle Society to go and lay with the dogs in Hollywood? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can get into that a little bit, too, because Harry has been away for 10. He's going to be away 10 days from her, and he's smiling and happy. So, but tonight I want to talk about the three ladies that lost their lives, and I want to pick your brain. What do you think about that? These three women, they were all rumored to be writing a tell-all book. And we can start with Cathy White, because she was the first one to pass on. I'm going to share the screen here so you can see this young lady. She's the youngest out of the group, very young. But she did, let me see if I can show you her image right quick. Let me see if it comes up. Let me see, share. Let me see, does that come up? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so here she is right here. This is, let me make sure you guys, can you see this? Yeah, let me make it bigger so you can see her. Okay, so this is Cathy right here. Let me make it, hold on. Yeah, this is Cathy here, and that's Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan was on Real Housewives of Atlanta for a minute till Nene ran her off. Now she's on, she was on some YouTube channel that was sponsored by BET, but Claudia Jordan is, I don't know if you saw Piers Morgan interview when Jaguar Wright slammed Claudia Jordan, because Claudia Jordan is allegedly, I guess she was hanging out at P. Diddy parties and stuff. Well, her good friend was this Cathy White. And Cathy was alleged to be the mistress of JayZ, and they said she was actually pregnant. So she basically died mysteriously all of a sudden on September 1. And let me see if I can find the article on that, because, yeah, they said she died of an aneurysm. Now, what's interesting with her, it was rumored that she was going to write a tell-all book. She was going to tell the world what she was pregnant by JayZ allegedly. Beyonce allegedly was aware of it. I mean, this is some stuff. And this poor girl, they said it was aneurysm, but check this out. Look at this image. Well, I'm going to show you. Let me share this with you now. Okay, hold on one second right here. I found this on X. Now look at this, and we can talk about it. If you look at this, let me make it bigger so you can see it. All right. Now this is Cathy. This is Cathy here. That's Claudia Jordan. They're buddies. Now here's JayZ right here. And who's to the left of JayZ? Puff Daddy. All of them here, they're all partying at this place. Some little, Hollyweird for you. Now, Cathy, it was rumored that Cathy was allegedly pregnant by JayZ. And Beyonce is a moneymaker. And JayZ, the rumor is that she was talking too much. And she was the one talking about she wanted to do allegedly a tell-all book. She wanted to tell the world about her affair with JayZ. And think about it, guys. Think about this. JayZ is worth what? Close to $1 billion? Beyonce is $500 million. Now, if these girls, that's why I titled this video, Writing Tell-alls Can Be a Danger to Your Health. It can lead to you being deceased, actually. And the fact that you're playing a dangerous game, this is big money. And think about the money they make for the studios and these record companies and the executives. They make big money. Yes, they do. They make big money. And she was going to write a book, tell all, expose Beyonce. She was going to expose JayZ. Claudia has been zip-lipped, she's been mute, which is smart because I know that she was best friends with this girl. And Claudia is not talking, but I can tell you now, Claudia should not talk because this is big money. We're talking billions of dollars. Think about everyday people who don't even have access to $1 million. People kill each other over $2,000. You go into inner cities, they kill you for what? For a cell phone or drugs, but nowhere near this. I mean, you get husbands that kill wives. You ever watch 48 Hours? You know what, guys? I shouldn't say it, but I kind of love murder porn. They call it murder porn. I love 48 Hours. And do you hear about those husbands that kill their wives just because they want to be free, or wives kill their husbands for $1 million insurance policy? And these girls are writing books. These mistresses or women are writing books about powerful men who's worth $500 million or $500,000. Not half a billion, which is 500 million. You get what I'm saying? It would not surprise me. Think about it. It would not surprise me. So she started talking, and popped up. They said it was an aneurysm. Now, I want to look at this picture with her and look at this. So JayZ claimed to have not known her. He says he don't know who she is. Of course, Puff Daddy is quiet. So look at Puff Daddy right here. JayZ's right next to him. I don't know who this is. This is Claudia Jordan. I could tell that's Claudia. That's Cathy. Cathy is the one that passed away from an alleged aneurysm at 29 years old. September 1, 2011, she was rumored to be writing a tell-all book. And actually, another thing too is she was talking to a reporter. I saw the lady's clip on Tasha K a couple of months ago. Cathy was talking to a reporter. Like a celebrity reporter, and the lady could not get all the information from Cathy. They were in interviews and stuff, but she could not finish the investigation. The girl was ready to talk because I guess she's like, and she was pregnant. So think about it. When was Beyonce's daughter Blue Ivy born? Let me look. Does anybody know when Blue Ivy was born? Let me look. Blue Ivy's birth date. When was she born? I'm curious. Blue Ivy was born January 7, 2012. January 7, 2012, which means Beyonce had to have been getting pregnant. What is that? Probably March. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Like March 2011. Wow, look at the timeline, guys. March or April 2011 was when Beyonce had to conceive Blue Ivy. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So yep, March or April 2011. This girl died September 1, 2011, and she was alleged to have been pregnant. That's crazy. That's crazy. I got to turn on the air. As you guys can see, I'm sweating with these lights. So give me 1 second here. Let me turn on the air right here. There we go. Whew. We got to get some air in here because I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire here. Can my face all wet? Can y'all tell? So this time, listen. I don't believe nothing these celebrities say. Nothing. And I like Beyonce, but we're talking, this is $1 billion industry. When she did that song where she says $1 billion on the elevator when her sister was going off. Remember her sister went off on JayZ So let's find out, when was that Solange, that fight on the elevator with Solange? Let me see there. I'm just curious. I think it was after the girl was born, though. After Blue Ivy was born. Elevator fight between Solange and JayZ. Here we go. Yeah, that was in I think it says 2014. So yeah, that was it was 2014. So anyways, Cathy White passed away September 1, 2011, right after Blue Ivy was born. So if that girl Cathy was pregnant in 2010, 2011, JayZ would have every reason, or people that support him would have every reason. That girl would have caused a lot of problems for him. I'm not saying he's got anything to do with anything, because don't come suing me. I'm not like Jaguar Wright. I don't go talking crap and then just, these people freak me out. But I am going to just bring up it. Cathy would have basically destroyed the whole image of JayZ and Beyonce. You know that. With a baby. So Cathy, unfortunately, September 1, 2011, she passed away with an aneurysm. They don't have any more information about this girl, which is interesting to me, because I'm like, she's a human being. But when you playing with these guys, these powerful men, you gotta move really stealth-like, and you have to be very careful, because if one false move and you're messing around with $1 billion empire, and they are not gonna let you blow that because you decided that you want to get involved with unfortunately, that's how it rolls, and no one's questioning it. I'm going to read some comments. No one's questioning this poor girl. But you know what? You got to move careful out here. Excuse me. You cannot get involved with these men and then threaten them. Not when you've got billions of dollars that are at risk. And he's got a wife that's a $1 billion commodity. Beyonce is a $1 billion commodity. Don't get it twisted. And think about it in 2011, 2010, 2011, when they were building, their brand was dynamite. So they were raking in big bucks for these music companies. They were themselves are bringing in bucks. So you got to be moved stealth like out here, girls. You can't be writing tell-all books. You got to go mute, because you can come up missing. Dallas says, thank you. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, everybody. Blessings. Hey, Dallas. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dana. Hi, how's it going? All right. Melanie King. Have y'all seen the Levi's Beyonce commercial? No, she got a commercial? I can't wait to see it. Beyonce, she went from the concert, then she did the hair care product, then she's doing the whiskey, and now she's doing Levi's. I mean, does the girl ever get a break? I really wish for Beyonce, I wish for her, my hope for her is to just retire while she's on top and just live in peace. Because how much money do you need? Once you got $500 million, how much money do you need? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, just give me a fraction of that and I'll make that money stretch. Let me tell you, I would make it stretch. I don't need all the accolades. I don't need all that. Beyonce has worked since she was a little goober. Now, I am not buying her and JayZ's relationship. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. And, I know JayZ walks around with getting awards with Blue Ivy and all that. I think that's beautiful. That's his child. I think it's beautiful. The children has nothing to do with this, but Beyonce and JayZ as a couple, I never bought it. Were they together? Sure, I think they were together. But I think that JayZ is a complicated man and he's from the streets. And I think that Beyonce had a lot of nights where she was in tears, my opinion. And I think personally, Beyonce would have done better on her own. I don't think she needs to stay with him, but that's my opinion. Okay. So let's get in the comments. Okay, why did Solange go off on JayZ in that elevator? I'm surprised she ain't mysteriously dead. Oh, you know what? She went off. I remember Wendy Williams talking about it. And according to what I got from watching Wendy Williams, I guess JayZ, that was during that time when he was cheating a lot on Beyonce. So he was at the party flirting with somebody. And Solange, knowing that because she knows her sister, and just like my sister knows my secrets and knows my pains and heartaches, like I know hers, uh, Solange know Beyonce spent a lot of time crying over JayZ. He admitted to cheating. So I think Solange was like, you can't even, you lucky to have her, blah, blah, blah. Because I think Beyonce and JayZ getting together as a couple, I think that was advertising wise as a brand, cool. But I think Beyonce could have done just as well by herself, actually. And I think that Beyonce may come to regret that with all this JayZ stuff. You know what? But you know what? I am like, people can call you be feminist or whatever. I believe in capturing your own power. And Beyonce is a talent outside of JayZ. She is her own superpower. She's a talent. She's got that. She's a talent. But you don't have to tie yourself to a guy. But as a brand, they were able to double their money and triple it. So, and they made a business move. Now, there are rumors that Beyonce got with JayZ, or he got with her when she was 17. So they're running numbers. So I don't know how true that is. But back to Solange, I think Solange was the one that snapped off, because I can tell you now, if my ex-husband was out there cheating like that and we were on an elevator and we come from an event and he's just cheating with his women all around and stuff, yeah, my sister Rita will be going off and there's nothing I can do about it. So I get Solange, because my sister would go off. She's not going to bite her tongue with a husband that's cheating on me and I'm crying about it. So I see, and that's what I gathered from watching Wendy Williams, because Solange was like knocking, she was swinging. Because she was like, who do you think you are? This is Beyonce. And of course, he's like, okay, and, because he's from the streets. And a lot of these men they are broken, really. I'm talking about really broken. Like it's hard for them to really be close to someone and committed. They can't do it because they haven't seen it. That's reality. And JayZ, you can get them all the money in the world, just like they did. God bless Puff Daddy, all the money in the world. And what did he do with it? He produced more hurt, pain, and destruction. He didn't take that money and build beauty and wealth. And like in a positive way. No, hell no. He destroyed lives. The idea of that Puff Daddy was going to get with a woman and love her and have children and be committed to that family. No, he's broken. A lot of the men are broken in that industry. They are. JayZ's pretending to be a family man with Beyonce and those two kids, the twins. But JayZ got kids from other places too. Okay, he was already in his 30s when he got with Beyonce. He got kids all over the place. But you look at him and they try to package this like they are just this happy family, and he's walking with Blue Ivy like that's the only child he got. Well, he's got children that are like, they are nowhere near rich like that. It's just really sad. But that's reality. We're gonna shoot straight, pow pow. We're not gonna lie here. We're not gonna pretend here. So yeah, I am not buying this whole Beyonce and JayZ package. I never did. I just like Beyonce as an artist. I've never been into JayZ. I'm still shocked that he's actually his net worth is higher than Beyonce's. His is like close to $1 billion. Beyonce's only $500 million. Now I don't know how that works, but obviously JayZ has a lot of people that like him. Rinsky says, isn't it strange that virtually no one from Hollywood has come out to say anything? Rinsky, that's true. Not a one. Where's Big O? I thought Big O, and her wife Gail, they were out here screaming about Michael Jackson at Neverland Ranch. They were screaming about R. Kelly. They were screaming about Russell Simmons. Oprah even produced a documentary on HBO. then backed out. She was going to do some kind of live with the victims of Russell Simmons till she got blowback. They ran Russell Simmons into he ran to Bali. He was like, because you know they were gearing up for him. And then Kobe Bryant. Oh yeah, Oprah and Gail. Yeah, they came out with all of those black men. And as soon as this black man, Puff Daddy, Oprah's mute, Gail is mute, CBS mute, MSNBC mute, ABC and Disney mute. The only company that's doing a documentary is TMZ. I just saw that. They're doing a documentary on Puff Daddy. I just saw it on YouTube. I think I saw the advertising for it. What about all these celebrities? Nobody's coming out to say anything. Like we discussed at on our last video, that how the powers to be that's behind Puff Daddy and that's really controlling this, they don't want us to discuss it. That's why the celebrities are not talking, because they want to keep working. And he's got videos, politicians, not only politicians, he's got movie executives, he's got music executives, he's got CEOs from corporations who got kink like that. So there are a lot of powerful people that's behind the scenes, and these celebrities are scared. That's why I am convinced now more than ever that there is a cabal, and it's no longer Hollywood to me, it's Hollyweird, because everything and anything goes. That's what it is. And I don't care if you, now I'm looking at all them funny. Let me tell you, I look at Brad Pitt like he's funny. I'm like, Brad, how did you get all them movies? I look at Julia Roberts funny now. I'm looking at the only ones I don't think are the real super talented that bring in money. Like Joaquin Phoenix don't have to. Like Bobby De Niro don't have to. Denzel Washington, I don't think so. Samuel L. Jackson, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep's been acting since the 70s. So I don't know. Has she come across those perverted producers? Probably. But I don't think you're going to see her doing all the stuff that these people are doing. I don't know. I'm not in her life. I don't know. But I'm just saying, for those who really have to struggle to because you got to get a leg up on the competition. So you got so many talented people that go to Hollywood, people that's been acting. You got a lot of talent. Because you notice those who make it are really not the most talented. We talked about Kevin Hart. We talked about J-Lo. J-Lo can't sing a lick, but her packaging, it was good. And when she was younger and she was beautiful, Latin. So they had Christina Milian and Ashanti sing the vocals, and then J-Lo lip sync, allegedly. And then she'll dance. So she was an industry plant. We talked about Kevin Hart. Can't sell out no arena. If Kevin Hart announced that he was going to have a comedy special, I wouldn't go, because he's not funny to me. So I'm like, where's he going? Dave Chappelle can do it. Dave Chappelle can go anywhere. If I can afford to get a ticket, I'm going. He can go anywhere, because Dave Chappelle is popular across racial economics because he's a talent. Who else is like that to me? Chris Rock. I think Chris Rock is funny. I like Chris Rock. Who else? Now, Will Smith. I like Will Smith as an actor. But now with his history, I'm totally convinced. And I saw pictures of him kissing Benny Medina. And I'm going to get that image. And, I wish I could pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. Of Will Smith kissing Benny Medina on the lips. And you know Benny Medina is J-Lo's manager. So let me see if I can find that right quick. Will Smith and Benny Medina kissing. Let me see. Hold on, guys, because I want to share this with you. Where is that? When he was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because Benny Medina was one of the producers on there. Let me see. Okay. Damn. I'm going to have to look for that one because it's not coming up. But I swear to you guys, I saw a picture and they were on the lips. They like, and I'm like, so, and it was on Fresh Prince. This was when Will Smith was young. So I am sure Will Smith did everything and anything. And you notice Will Smith was the one that got Independence Day. Where did he come from? Remember, he was just a rapper. Remember Fresh Prince? What was his Fresh Prince? What was the name of him? It was Fresh Prince, and what was it? DJ JayZ Jeff and Fresh Prince. I remember when my ex-husband, we just got married. This had to have been like it was 1990. And we were young. We got married really young. And it was a bowling alley we would go to in Chicago. It was north side of Chicago. DJ JayZ Jeff and Fresh Prince played there at the bowling alley. This was like 1990, way before Will Smith got popular. Then all of a sudden Quincy Jones gets him on Fresh Prince. And Quincy Jones, there's rumors about Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson. And then he got Independence Day, Men in Black. And I'm wondering, but he actually grew to be very talented. Because I will watch, he makes good movies. But was he given a leg up because he was willing to do all the nasty shit that they do in Hollywood? Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Will Smith at all. Nope, I wouldn't put it past him. Who else? Tiffany Haddish, the same thing. Tiffany Haddish is not funny to me. There's nothing funny about her. Am I glad to see a black female getting roles? Yeah, but I don't like the fact that she's not really talented. So she's jumping over those who are really talented and who's been working for years in Hollywood, getting small supporting roles, but can't break into the big roles. Taraji P. Henson was just saying, and she's been working for years. She said that, remember she did that video criticizing Big O about the set of The Color Purple where they had to rent their own cars and they didn't even have a food table. These girls had to order pizza out. No, I mean, they had to share a trailer. It was awful how Big O treated them. Well, Taraji said that she was upset because the way they're paid too. They weren't being paid. So you got actresses, no matter the race, that are already being paid less than the male actors. Then you got women of color or actors, male and female, who are getting paid much less, and the opportunities are not there. Then you get Tiffany Haddish that just jump over everybody else because she's willing to do all the nasty shit, allegedly, to get paid. She plays for real. She plays. So it's serious. You got to be really careful out here. And then they get involved because Claudia Jordan's another one can't break in. She was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Nene Leakes, she thought she could battle with Nene Leakes, and Nene Leakes ran her off that show. That was when I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now I don't watch the reality shows. I don't watch any of them anymore. I get bored. The arguing gets on my nerves. Plus, I guess you grow and you mature. But Claudia's been trying to break into acting, Lou Rose. She was on Deal or No Deal with Meghan Markle. So Claudia, and she go to all the she was allegedly at the P. Diddy parties, a regular. And according to Jaguar Wright on Piers Morgan, she said, this is Claudia Jordan. This is the one Jaguar Wright was talking about on Piers Morgan. Claudia Jordan is the one that's always like to be photographed with Puff Daddy. And her bestie over here, Cathy, I'm terrible with names, guys. I'm sorry. Cathy was going to write a tell-all book and was allegedly pregnant by JayZ, and she ended up dying mysteriously. And the book, nowhere to be found. And Claudia, mute. And that's right, Claudia. That's the only smart thing about Claudia I like. Just go mute. Everything else, I'm like, why you... That's a whole separate topic, Claudia Jordan. She's getting dragged, though. Who's getting dragged? Claudia getting dragged, Melanie? Let me know in the comments. Yep. Let me know in the comments, Melanie. I agree, Rhonda. Yep. That is so true. Beyonce don't need him, but that's her. Oh, Beyonce, you mean Melanie? Yes, she is, but that's her baby's daddy. I like her a lot. She is her own superpower, and Blue Ivy is going to be big like her mom. Yeah, I really wish that Beyonce, she didn't need JayZ to me. And when they got together, I was like, ugh. And I never followed JayZ. I could not understand it. So I guess maybe they made it was an economic deal. It was a business move. And they did. They probably quadrupled their money. At least we know JayZ is worth more than Beyonce. I don't get that. But it is what it is. I'm not sure. But, Beyonce could have done better by herself. And I look at quality of life, and I don't know if I can see Beyonce still dealing with this man. You don't need him. Why? Especially if you guys now, I hear that they're not even together anymore. So these people are staying together. What? For what? When is enough? I mean, how much money is enough? If you're worth $1 billion like he is, and she's worth $500 million, how much more money do you need? I'm curious about that. How much money do you need? How much? Free yourself. I mean, Beyonce is still young. Free yourself. JayZ's in my age group, and Beyonce's in her 40s. JayZ's in his mid-50s. Beyonce's in her mid-40s. So break that off and get yourself. I mean, assuming that's what she wants. Now, I don't know. You know what? People got their lives, but I'm telling you, I'm not laying in bed crying over nobody. But maybe because life is too short. I'm telling you guys, I'm like, no, I'm at peace. God, thank you. I have been given the gift. Once you touch hell and survive, you are not trying to get back. You are very careful about the decisions you make as you get older. You have to, because people bring their baggage. They bring their baggage right at your door, and then they drop that shit off right there and expect you to handle it. Oh no. And Beyonce, there's no reason why she should stay happy. If she's crying, maybe she's not. But I don't get it. Rinsky says Big O is another wolf in sheep's clothing. And as you said, gatekeeper. She is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yes, she is. I told you guys, I watched her. And look at her now. Quiet. She's mute. The horrific things that Puff Daddy's being accused of, and she says absolutely nothing. What about the tape of Cassie? What about just that tape alone? What about that tape alone? Can you imagine if that happened to your child or your sister or somebody? So I don't know if Cassie had people supporting her because, he got her when she was 18. She was a baby. She was like a little lamb. And he wanted to destroy that girl. I cannot wait. I was talking to my daughter today when I was going for my hike because I had to get my 10,000 steps in. And my trainer got me a new set of workouts. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. But I've got about 13 to 14 more sessions with him. So, and this weight is coming off. But it's hard, y'all. It is really hard. But anyways, I was talking to my daughter today. And we were talking about Cassie. And my daughter's like, I can't wait for her to write a book. I said, if she write a book and movie, whatever she's got, I'm going to read it. And I was happy my daughter said that because only she in her own words can write. And I think she should do a movie too. Do a movie about her meeting that predator and how he almost destroyed her life because that's what he was doing. He would drug her. And I was talking open with my daughter. My daughter's like, Mama, can you believe that he would drug her and make her get busy with other men while he watched? That's what that animal did to her. And probably other people. And where's Big O? Where's Big O at? Where's her wife, Gail? Gail had, I thought they were going to speak up against abusive men. No, you know why they're mute? Because there are heavyweight powers, exceptional powers that control Hollywood and control these corporations that are saying no. I was watching Sean Atwood, and he pointed out, he said that Pierce Morgan, that Jaguar Wright interview had, I think 3 million, like it had a couple of million in less than 24 hours. And none of the mainstream media, and if you guys have seen it, let me know. But none of the mainstream media talked about it. That's like a viral moment, right? But they're quiet. ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, News Nation on cable, they're talking about it. They're shining a light on it. But all the legacy media, no. Nope. Nothing. Everybody's mute. And the big celebrities, they're mute too. That's because the powerhouses that run that industry, and there are probably big head honchos in corporate America too that have kinks like Puff Daddy, and no one wants to open their mouth because they have to keep working. They got mortgages and bills to pay, so they're like mute. You would think that Meghan Markle would do that. Go mute. When you know that you're failing, go mute. What happened to the Me Too movement? Discussing. Oh, God, yeah. Well, you know what? I want to get into topic. I'm trying not to get into politics. That's going to delve into politics risky. But you're right. Me too. Where are they? Where are they? You know what? These politicians. How come nobody is saying that's domestic abuse? Here's another thing that blows my mind, but I'm not surprised. Cassie was beaten and dragged back into a hotel room in a luxury hotel. It was on camera. Security had it on camera. I thought when you see an assault and report it, the cops got to come and somebody's getting arrested. So does that mean that LAPD and the authorities and the hotels and they all just turned a blind eye to that girl? Turned a blind eye to that girl. That's terrible. Meryl Streep did call Harvey Weinstein God. She called him God. Oh my God, Meryl Streep. You know what? Maybe Meryl, when she was younger, she's part of that. You know, because I'm telling you, the Hollywood, and it's interchangeable. Hollyweird and Hollywood, they all. And now I'm so turned off by this whole thing, because imagine if that was a relative of yours, you know, and knowing that this monster targets your child. That girl was 18. That was an 18-year-old baby. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, you an adult, but Puff Daddy's in his 50s. What the hell? At the time, he was in his mid-40s. He can run circles around that girl. That man, he is an apex predator. And his goal always is to seek and destroy. And the more innocent and the more vulnerable you are, the more he gets more turned on by it. Yes, he does. That's who you're dealing with. In that industry, I'm telling you, Big O is quiet. And I said, you know what? Y'all so full of shit. I don't buy nothing they say anymore. Side note, I don't understand why Meghan Markle and Harry trying to get involved, get all busy up in that Hollywood industry with the nasty shit they're doing. Hollywood is nasty. Meghan has no talent, and they've already shut the door. So what now? You're going to be swinging like all of the nasty Hollyweird people do? The producers, like we already know, the head of Paramount spent Harry and Meghan, their wedding anniversary, they spent it with Paramount's CEO's wife, him and his wife, working for their money, baby. I said that is and Nacho, the Polo series on Netflix. Now I understand why Nachos and his wife was promoting those little Megan's jelly jams on their Instagram. That's because the Polo series, Harry is hardly in it. It's Nacho. That's, your hands watch my hands. They're all swinging and nasty. They're all just disgusting. All of them. And Meghan Markle just, she's doing what she knows how to do. Yacht girl skills, the oldest profession in the world, and she's going to age out doing that. Because when you ain't got no talent, that's all you can do. As long as they can open the doors and let her party with them and eat with them. And then she can play like she's in her own little world, And some people will go out of this life. There are people who don't. The reason why they do that is they don't want to deal with life. on life terms. They can't sit in the moment. They can't do it. Arlette, JayZ was real close to R. Kelly and P. Diddy. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And what is Beyonce doing about it? What is Beyonce? What can she do, though? I mean, that's him. Now, she's at home with her kids, doing her, and he's out there destroying lives. Then, boy, that's your husband, girl. That's your husband. Tiffany Haddish is a plant. Arlette, yes, she is. Tiffany Haddish is an industry plant. There is nothing funny about her. And I'm sorry, it's not. I don't find her funny. I just don't. And we see actors and actresses like that. We do. So we talked about Cathy White. Let's go to Floyd Mayweather's baby mother, Josie Harris. She was found dead at 40 on March 9, 2020. She was found dead in the park in the driveway of her house. So let's pull her up right quick so you can see her. Here it is, right here. Let me pull it up and share this tab. Here we go. We're going to make it bigger. All right. They put commercials up. I don't know why they do that to me, but it is what it is. So let's scroll down here. What they do here. Wait, hold on. Wait, how do I get rid of this advertising? I hate when they do this to me. Yeah, here's Floyd Mayweather's. Yeah, these people. I can't believe them. They put this advertising up. Okay, so here's Floyd. This is her when they were younger. They've got grown kids now. They are so cute. Look at it. This is when they were young. And he shared that. And this is her as they got older. She's got 3 kids, 3 adult children with him. Well, it was rumored that she was going to write a tell-all book too. And she got 2 kids. I think she's got 3 now. That's her with the 2 boys. And that's them when they were younger. Yeah, this is them. Ooh, Lordy. He was jailed. He was actually sent to jail over attack on her. I wanted to read this article right quick, but they won't let me. So they say here, she wrote the book. Her book revealed details of their tumultuous relationship, including how she met him at 16 before he was famous and how the box became violent with her. Most shocking is her description of her last beatdown at the hands of Mayweather in 2010 as terrified Jira, Zion, and Quran, then aged 7, 9, and 11, looked on. Multi-millionaire Mayweather was jailed for the shocking attack. Can you guys see this? Yeah, he was jailed. Okay, so let's go on here. Let me scroll down here. And in the book, Josie wrote how he allegedly grabbed her by the hair while she was still sleeping, dragged her around the room of her home in Las Vegas like a rag doll before punching her repeatedly in the head, screaming, "I'll effing kill you." The friend says she decided to share a short extract of the draft book because Josie deserves to have her voice heard now more than ever. So here's another case where the friend released excerpts of the book. This is when they were 16, it looks like. They were really young. And they shared 3 children. He was with her a long time. Tragically, it is not known whether Josie ever finished the book before her death. In the extract, Josie writes, "My eyes flew open to the sound of my own screams. Pain was searing through my skull when I looked up and saw Floyd. He was holding the back of my hair, standing over me with one hand, punching the back of my head with the other, dragging me off the sofa and pulling me across the room. Furniture in the living room was falling as he pulled me like a rag doll." She describes how Mayweather became angry and accused her of seeing another man called CJ and spending his money on him. The vicious attack, she says, continued in front of their 3 kids, who begged their dad to stop, and one of his friends who allegedly did nothing to intervene. Josie continues, Floyd, listen to your kids. You're doing this in front of your kids. Now, Josie, guys, there, she on March 9, 2020, she was found dead, deceased in her driveway, just at the wheel, dead. And the autopsy revealed that she died of a fentanyl overdose. Like she took a Xanax or something that was laced with fentanyl. So this is the second female that's passed away mysteriously after revealing that they were going to write a tell-all on a very rich and powerful man. Floyd Mayweather got a lot of money. And the way he beat that girl, and he did do time for that. He went to jail, well, not long enough, but what do you do? And why do you stay? But they eventually broke up, right? And but she was writing that tell-all. And then boom, she popped up deceased. Let's see, we're 51 in. Okay, and then the last one is Kim Porter. Kim died November 15, 2018 at the age of 47. Let's pull up Kim Porter. Now, Kim Porter, she was allegedly writing a tell-all book. Okay, allegedly. Now, her family has kicked up enough, noise that they pulled that book from Amazon. That would explain why I could not find it, because I was checking all over the place. Let's pull this up. Here's alleged Kim Porter memoir pulled from Amazon after Children's Slam book. Yeah, she. How will we ever know if that's her memoir? I'm thinking that I think it is her words, but I think the guy who put it out, I think it needs to be somebody who's her friend, like Kimora Lee Simmons is a good friend. That's one. I think they best friends. They were in each other's wedding. She was like, so, and I saw Kimora Simmons outside in the garage when the day they were showing images of Kim Porter, the medical examiner, pulling her body out. I saw Kimora Lee Simmons crying in the driveway. They were very close. And I hear that Kimora helps with the girls. So if someone like a best friend come out, but I don't see them doing that, because more than likely they were also part of those freak offs, because we know Kim was definitely into that lifestyle. Allegedly, they said she was. Now they said, according to the autopsy, they said she died from lobar pneumonia. That's what the cause of death was. She died on November 15, 2018 at the age of 47. So, now we already know about all this stuff happened with Puff Daddy. And then she pops up there. So these are 3 women, y'all. 3 women. Rumored to be writing tell-all books. Pops up dead all of a sudden. JayZ's alleged mistress. Floyd Mayweather's ex, the 3 of his children, baby mama. And then Kim Porter, Puff Daddy's ex and baby mama to some of his kids, because I don't think they were ever married. So let's get in the comments. What you guys think? This is terrible. This is terrible. This is suspicious to me. Oh, Dallas, Beyonce don't need him, but that's her baby's daddy. I like her a lot. Oh, I read this one. She is her own superpower, and Blue Ivy is going to be big like her mom. Yeah, I like Beyonce. I think Beyonce, I hope this works out for her. Big O is another wolf. Yes, she is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yes, she is, Rensky. Let's see. Eddie Murphy. Oh, Dallas mentioned Eddie Murphy. Oh, remember? Oh, Dallas, were you talking about Eddie Murphy? Remember, he was caught, and I should have done that, but I didn't think she wasn't right. Okay. Eddie Murphy was arrested. This had to have been like in, I want to say, the early 2000s or late 90s. He was arrested with a transvestite in the car with him. He said he didn't know it was a transvestite. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. That's what they call it. I don't know. My kids tell me there's another name for it. I don't want to offend anybody. Okay. So I don't know what the term is now. So basically, I want to say about a year later or so, she was found dead. They claimed she was trying to climb from one window in New York to the other with a sheet and failed. So she was thrown out of a window, but she died mysteriously too. Look that up. Yep. Look that one up. Yep. Arlette. Yep. You know what? It's that industry. It's all of them. And they are quiet. That's why I'm just like, you cannot, it's all, you can't buy what you see or what you hear. You go on talent. And when they start pumping up somebody, when they start doing that, you got to ask, why do they keep giving them? Like, for instance, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't understand The Rock. I know that he was Rock, give me what's cooking or whatever. He was a wrestler. He's been making a lot of inroads in Hollywood, and I'm looking at him suspect. I'm also looking at on the flip side. Remember the guy, what's that black actor? He's been in a lot of acting films. Remember he came out and he said that there was a producer that grabbed his junk and it took all that he could. I mean, it was a big time producer that grabbed his privates. So it's like, it's clear that this Hollywood industry, and and I told you guys the last time, we got to be careful about the issues that they take on, because we don't know if it's driven by perversion, if you know what I mean. I'm starting to wonder if there is more to this. And I saw Chris Cuomo's show. He says that this Puff Daddy arrest and indictment and all that is bigger than Weinstein and R. Kelly. And I'm like, easily. Because you can tell it must be bigger by the way these celebrities are reacting. Because they're all mute and they're scared. They are scared. Because they don't know what the feds got. And they don't want to say something to piss off an executive and they never work again. So they just sit mute. Remember, he was with Johnny Gill. He also frequents Trent. Yep, Arlette, I was just talking about that. I heard about Johnny Gill too. They are all, and the thing is, I don't understand that. I don't get that. I told my children a long time ago, and I mentioned this to you guys. I started telling them when they were old enough to just think on their own. They had to have been like 6, 7. And I tell them, put no man or woman on a pedestal. Nobody. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. And when when they were little, they looked eyes big as saucer. Like, what do you mean no perfect person? Because I guess when you're that young, you think that they are perfect. There's such thing as perfection. And then as they kept growing over the years, I kept reminding them. And now when I talk to them, both of them, it clicks. They understand. I'm like, the grass always look green on the other side, but don't buy it. Don't put no man or woman on a pedestal, not even each other, because we're flawed. We are imperfect beings, and you got people out there who are really screwed. So we got these tabloids. You got people, people, us, In Style, Cosmopolitan. I don't know if that's still out. Vogue, and these celebrities, and you got the Celebrity Entertainment Tonight. You've got what's that, TMZ, and it's all these machines to keep putting these celebrities on these pedestals like they're gods, and they're not. They are really disturbed and broken people. They really are. That's all they are. The most broken ones are the ones you see all the time, pushing through and trying to make sure that they are seen. They can't help themselves. That's why you see, and J-Lo has been quiet, guys. You know that? Ben Affleck came out. He colored his beard. He blackened his beard, got rid of the gray. I don't know why. I'm like, dude, you're in your 50s. You look better with pepper gray hair, actually. So anyways, those who are more healthier, in a healthier space and well-rooted and just kind of committing to mindfulness and healthy living, you don't see them. I'm talking about actors and singers and those who are performers. They're not catering to the meter. They're not prostituting themselves in front of these tabloids. They're not doing it. It's the sickest ones. And you look at Puff Daddy, God give them all that money. But it's poison to him. It didn't help him. It destroyed him. It destroyed him. So let's get in the comments. So anyways, that's why I tell my kids, don't do it. Put no man or woman on a pedestal. Or I'll tell them, I love this phrase, don't put me on a pedestal, for I am sure to fall. Just love me as I am, flaws and all. That's it. Because I'm going to fall. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't put nobody on a pedestal. And it's actually somewhere in the Bible too, right? Isn't it somewhere in the Bible? Beware of false gods and all that. God don't want us doing that. The universe, whether you believe in God, I don't know who your higher power is, but you don't do that. And then putting these celebrities on pedestals like they are just something. They're not. They are. A lot of them are very broken and insecure people. They really are. That's reality. Taraji, yes, Taraji P. Henson. I like her, poor thing. And she went out against Oprah. So I've been watching but she was in some, oh my God, I think it's a basketball movie. But I'm watching to see if Oprah will strip her from getting work, prevent her from getting work. Because remember, Taraji is the one that spoke out against Big O about that Color Purple set. So let's see if Oprah will prevent Taraji from working in the future. Maybe not, because eyes are on Oprah. Eyes are on Taraji of Dallas Ridge. That shows all these headhunters were getting busy at Diddy's. Oh, yeah. So these are Diddy parties. So imagine the meetups that Diddy did on his own with a smaller group. I mean, it's just so depraved to me. It's so unnecessary. That's why you cannot put these people on pedestals, because they are not the ones to be looking up to. I watched the lawyer who's got over 120 cases on Stephen A. Smith channel last night. He's keeping people informed. Shocking interview worth watching. Rinsky, I'm going to check that out. I saw that. I like Stephen Smith. Sometimes he gets arrogant a little bit to me, but I watch him if he talk about Diddy or stuff like that. I like when he goes on Cuomo, with him and Chris Cuomo talk on the Cuomo show on News Nation. He and Stephen Smith get together. So I will watch that, Rinsky. I'm going to watch that tonight because, that's Floyd used to beat her up. He was in jail for that. Yes, Arletta. Yes, he was. And she was going to write that tell-all book. And they were together since they were 16. And their kids are grown. I think their kids are in their 20s now. But that is horrific to be treated that way. Horrific. Floyd beat both his baby mothers, Jody and Melissa. He beat both. Oh my gosh. You got to take an ass whooping to be with him? I guess that's why I work 7 days a week. And because I could tell, I already knew that. I don't have that personality. I'm not putting up with shit. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. I don't care. And I don't get I don't get it. It happens. There are women, I have a relative and she does that, get with guys and they treat her like crap, but she get on for money and things like that. Now she's getting older and her beauty is, because we age. So you're not going to look like you did. When you get in your 50s, you're not going to look like you did in your 20s. I'm sorry. But, it is what it is. But for me, no. Floyd beat up Melissa weeks after she gave birth to Lana. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, my God. And I know you guys heard that when Kim Porter was on a yacht with Puff Daddy, they got into it and he broke her nose. And then he flew her to some Caribbean island and he flew in a plastic surgeon to fix her nose. And she stayed away for a couple of weeks to heal. Can you imagine that? If he can bust your nose and beat you down, did you see that Cassie video? If he can do that, he can do anything. And you are messing with people and their money. And these are not just little millionaires. These are billion-dollar brands. And you start talking about tell-all books and stuff and you gathering evidence, that's dangerous. Just leave. Just leave. How scary. Yes, it was scary in Allville, Dallas. Yes, terrible. Just leave. I've been like, listen, I am out. I know some say Kim Porter was trapped, but what do you do if you're trapped? You gotta leave. When it starts, you gotta leave, because they say the most dangerous time for a woman to leave is when the most dangerous time for a woman is when she leaves a man. So, hey, Don 1211, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. That's okay. If I know a man's bisexual, bye. I know. No, we don't do that either. No, 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 Just be straight. To each his own. But for me, no. I'm a heterosexual and I want a heterosexual male. I don't want, my kids tell me all these different names. Like my daughter did tell me don't use is it transgender? Or it's confusing me. I don't even want to get into it because all I'm going to do is confuse myself even more. But there are different names for them and I can't remember all of them. I saw Ben, J-Lo better stay quiet. I know it's killing her not to be seen. Oh, yeah, Don. Ben got his beard done. It's all dark now. But I'm like, you look better, Ben, with your peppered gray. That dark, we still know you in your mid-50s. Men, you're going to get yourself a young girl because society like men when they age, it's women that they tend to frown upon. But that might be changing because you got some older women with some young men. So it's a changing, but I don't know. But Ben was smiling when he was walking, and J-Lo is in hiding. We got to talk about Miss J-Lo on the next video because she is hiding. How many days has it been? We're going to count the days. How long can she last? Because she tried to ride that Ben Affleck thing, but Ben was like, I'm cutting this shit early. Ben's like, I'm cutting it. He cut that shit in April, or probably some say as early as March of 2024, and he let that ride out. Because, if he had waited to cut it now, J-Lo would have pretend like they were in this love affair that's going to go on forever. He was delaying the inevitable. Now he let that shit run its course. J-Lo don't have anything to fall on now. Dallas, only God deserves a pedestal. People are human and have issues, addictions, and some are sick with perversion. Sad. Very true, Dallas. Yes, very true. Very true. It's not where you can't. And you get older, you realize, wow, we are all just imperfect beings in this world trying to figure it out. And the key to happiness is trying to stay in the moment and love those around, those who are close to you, and just embrace every moment you can, because life is flying. And when you have kids, those who got kids know it. You got grown kids. It just seemed like yesterday my two babies were little. Now they're 22 and 23. They're gone. They're in college. And I talk to them once a week. And I love them. They come home and I enjoy that time with them, that slice with them. But time flies. It's fleeting. It go like that. So I think these celebrities, that's why I like reporting on them, because we can see and look at these people and say, wait a minute, something's not right. And you like Puff Daddy, it's like, dude, you had all the money in the world. And the only thing you could do is freak offs and abuse women. That was all you can come up with, huh? You know why? Because he is 110% broken. He is completely broken. Only God can rescue him, honey. Only God. Only God. Surrender to God, Puff. They said that he's got his lawyer and a minister. I hope it's a good one that's able to share God's light, because that would be the only thing. God. Because he has destroyed so much. He let the devil in, and he just gave up to all the 7 deadly sins: lust, gluttony, sloth. What is it? Greed. I can't think of all of them, but you know what I mean. It's like he gave all of it up. Diddy did more to Kim than break her nose. Yeah, Don, I know. That's what we know about. But imagine her. That's why I'm like, Kamora Lee, if she was very close, share with the world with your friend. That's your best friend, right? Did you think it was okay? Even if you guys agreed to freak offs, that didn't mean you didn't agree to be beaten and abused. For him to break her nose and think that's okay, And that's sick to me. That is sick. And that's crazy. Kim wasn't trapped. Arlette, you don't think Kim was? She wasn't trapped. She was a willing participant, huh? Yeah, there are some. I have read some comments where they don't feel sorry for her, but I do. Anytime you lose your life, she had little kids, but I always wonder what kind of, representation, or what kind of your daughters are seeing this, and your son. So what do you want them to see and absorb of you? Because they're going to take that with them when they go on into their lives, and that's not okay. Rinsky, did you see a Jaguar interview on Piers Morgan? Today I saw Jaguar allege there's a $500,000 bounty on his head, and then at the same time, Ray J made a live inviting her to his show. She called him out. Yeah, I saw that, Rinsky. That was good. That was that's what I was telling you guys when Sean Atwood was saying there was a couple of million views in less than 24 hours. And none of the legacy media, because that would mean that it's trending. It's a viral moment. Jaguar, and guess what? None of the legacy media reported on it because they don't want us talking about it. They don't want us to. They want us to, I'm not spending time worrying about the election. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I ain't got time to sit and worry about polls. No, I got a life to live. I got my 10,000 steps a day I got to walk. My trainer got interviews and weights I got to do. I am trying to get this weight off of me. And I'm having lunch with friends, and I got 7 days of work to do. So I don't have time for that. But do you think the legacy media brought any of that up? Nope. Everybody's mute. They don't want us to talk about that. That's because we're going to say, well, who was at those parties? But to me, what's most telling is the fact no one's saying anything. That is the most obvious clue in the world that's staring us right in the face. No one's talking about it. Yeah, okay. Puff Daddy's going to have to go down on this one on his own. And if he decides to talk, they're going to get rid of him. They're going to go the Epstein route. Arlette, Kim went back to Diddy and had more kids. Why would you let Diddy adopt your oldest son knowing Diddy likes milk? Oh, Arlette, that's true. That is true. Yeah, that's true. Huh. Right. That is so true. That's nasty. That's more disturbing. Have you guys seen the Mendez brothers, the series that's on Netflix? I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's by Ryan Murphy. It is so disgusting. That woman knew that her husband was basically raping her own sons. So I'm going to finish watching it, though. I've been watching Gomorrah, too. It's about this Italian mafia. Really good. Really, really good. So just side note. But yeah, that's terrible that Kim will let. Don says, all the sexual preferences confuse me. I had to Google non-binary when I heard J-Lo's daughter is. I know. I had to ask someone in the chat told me non-binary because I'm like, what do you call that? It's so many names. And it's like, oh my God. It's like, keep it simple. My kid, I wish they would. I'm telling you. Well, I guess they would. No, you know what? Because I don't live in Hollyweird. I live in the Midwest. It's different. Because you're not doing that up in my house. I wish my son or daughter were to tell me that. My son tell me, oh, I'm a girl. Can you tell me he a girl at 12? No, you're not. Oh, my daughter. I'm a boy. No, you're not. You're a girl and you're a boy, and I don't want to hear the shit. That means you got too much time on your hands. Oh, I see what's happening now. Oh, I see. I would put them, they would have a job. I would keep those 2 assholes, and I love my kids, but they came with crap like that, and they underage. They got too much time on their hands. You cannot, and I believe that, You cannot let your kids run free for days with no supervision, nothing to do. And these are rich kids. J-Lo and them, these kids are rich. Will and Jada's kids, rich. The Kardashian girls, they were rich with nothing but time. And you give them nothing but time, predators see it. That means you got predators in your midst, family members, friends, uncles, and all that stuff. Because where do they get those ideas? Then they go to school with nothing but time, and the only ones they have influence, the only ones that give them any kind of input are other kids at school. Oh no. No. We kept our kids busy because I knew that. I was like, they don't need any free time, because you come into my house with that shit, it's gonna be a problem. Because that means, you gotta learn. You don't know nothing. You're only 12. Wait till you're 18. Once you're 18, we'll talk about it. But not before then. Not before then. Arlette, I think Kim was broken too. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah. Those girls, yeah. Cassie was broken. Cassie was broken before she even got to Diddy. And why do I say that? Because what does an 18-year-old girl want with a 45-year-old man? That's to me, that's a problem. Why would an 18-year-old girl get with a guy that, So there was something going on with Cassie anyways before that. And Kim, the same, J-Lo is hustle. She's a hustler, and she's a love addict. And J-Lo's broken. So people are broken in all different kind of ways. I remember when I was, before I went to therapy and I started working on my issues, I had a lot of trauma background. My father was just brutal because he was a drunk. I had to bury him, and then lose my mother to cancer when we were really young. So those are all, of course I had scars, and there were many a times I was, exhibit broken behavior, but I worked on that. Am I perfect? No, I'll never be perfect, but I'm happy as hell in my life. Does that mean I'm happy every day? Nope, doesn't mean that either, but it means I'm at peace. I'm fine. And that's the key, just to be at peace right where you at, right at the moment. Don says, when I heard he allegedly made Kim, what? Lick Cassie used tampon. It's true, Diddy. So, what? For real? Yeah. I wonder what Cassie's background is. I know her mom passed away too before her. Like a couple. I wonder, her mother was like Korean or something, right? I think her mother was like Indonesian or something. Who was her father? I'd love to know her background. That is just disgusting. That is awful. And then Cassie was okay with that, huh? So yeah, it was, that whole system is sick. Think about the people that take part in that sort of thing, and the celebrities. It's just show you these are really disturbed people. They really are. You can't put them on pedestals. I did. Oh, wow. Can't do that. Some women offer their kids too. Yes, they do. Very true. If you watch the Menendez brothers, and you hear that all the time, a girl saying that they were abused by the mother's boyfriend or something, or stepfather, and the mothers just ignore it. Oh, Dallas, the Menendez brothers is excellent. Javier Bardem, the actress that played the brothers, and the lawyer, excellent. Yes, Javier Bardem. He is incredible in that role. In The Boys. Guys, side note, we got to do a video we got to discuss the Menendez brothers. I'm going to sign off in about 5 minutes and read a couple more comments, but let's do the Menendez brothers. Do you think they're going to get a new trial? I hear that the prosecution is reconsidering the case, because at the time, nobody believed that a father, they didn't believe the abuse case. I believed it, but I struggled with, I just felt like, just leave. Like they had the money. Why did they have to kill him? That's the part I struggle with. But now that they've done over 30 years, I think it's time to let them go. I think they've served their time. I think they should let them go. But once you become an adult, but they were young. They were what, 18 and 20 or something like that. They were really young. Menendez, sorry. Yeah, Menendez. Yeah. Their father was a monster. I mean, who does that? And the mom looked. So Cassie didn't like Puffy initially. He forced himself on her. Oh, he did, huh? And that's when you run. Shit. That's when you run. He's an old ass man trying to talk to that girl. J-Lo's mother is a problem. How are you Hispanic but don't want your daughter to marry Hispanics? Both of J-Lo's sisters marry white men. What? Oh, I didn't know that, Arlette. Whoa. So that would explain a little bit more why J-Lo put Ben Affleck on this pedestal. She put him on this pedestal and I never got it. Because I'm like, girl, he never made you a priority. You were never a priority to that man. He dumped you 3 days before the wedding. He was like, oh, hell no, that will not be my wife. And he waited until he married Jennifer Garner, who he wanted to marry and had children. They divorced, which he did not want. And then he got with J-Lo and then canceled. He was like, oh shit, I'm out. I don't want this. I always wondered that, Dawn. That's a good point. And I've always said that, and I shoot straight to you guys, pow, you know I do. I always wonder if because he's a white male from Boston and he's an Oscar winner, and J-Lo is putting him on this pedestal higher than the other guys, and he don't deserve to be there. Because he has not shown in any kind of way that he's a good man to her. He never was. Only because that's crazy. That's deep, guys. That is deep. But she did. She put that man on a pedestal, and I don't get why. Because he never showed her any sort of grace or any sort of affection or that he really liked her. I think he liked screwing her, but he never showed that he was really into her. There's a difference. There's a big difference. It seems like the Menendez brothers will get a new trial. I hope that they do. I hope, because they've served over 30 years. Because I think that for me, you don't go and shoot your mother and father 12 times. Just leave. Once you become an adult, you can leave. You can go and complain, go to the police. But now that they've done 30 years, they've done over 30 years in prison. Let them go. Let them have somewhat semblance of a life. Yep, her mom only liked Ben. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Well, guys, this was fun. It's a little short for us, but I wanted to keep it pointed and I wanted to keep it focused on a topic. So I hope you liked the video. This was great having a conversation. These three ladies were rumored to be writing a tell-all book, and all three of them popped up deceased, mysteriously died. Just a coincidence, or is there more? There's more to it. I don't know. I think a lot's going to be coming out. So I want you guys to have a good weekend. Rinsky, you too. It's always nice seeing you. Thank you, Rinsky. Thanks, Dawn. Dawn, thank you. This was really nice. Thanks for chiming in. Oh, Dallas, appreciate it. Arlette, hello. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. This was fun. Let me know if there's a topic that you would like to discuss. In addition, Rinsky, I will be talking about Harry and Meghan, because Meghan's disappeared too. But I have a theory. I think she's disappearing because they're trying to gear up for that blitz with the cooking channel and her American Riviera Orchard. But it's not going to work. So we're going to talk about that. Melanie King, thank you very much for sharing. I appreciate it. Dana, Aya, Mimi, thank you so much. All right, guys, this was fun. I love you guys. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll talk to you probably on Sunday. If something pops up before, I'll chime in tomorrow. And I'll try to let you know ahead of time. Okay, bye.